Today, while wandering through the forest, he notices an abandoned Honda Civic hidden among the bushes. From the front, the car lacks its bumper, grille, and headlights, leaving only a bare metal frame. The windshield is covered in leaves and dirt. The tires look worn out, no longer as sturdy as they once were. The car windows are intact, but clouded with dust. Inside the cockpit, the steering wheel is faded, and the interior details show clear signs of decay and rot. The seats are covered in dust and mold. Under the hood, the engine doesn't escape the ravages of time, clearly showing that the car has been neglected for a long while. David, the car repair, stands there, gazing at the old Honda Civic with hopeful eyes. In a week, it is the 5th wedding anniversary of David and his wife, and he promises her a new car to drive to work. An audacious idea sparks in his mind. Maybe I can transform this car into an amazing anniversary gift for my wife. The first step after getting the car to the garage is to clean it thoroughly. He meticulously removes each leaf and weed trapped in the narrow space between the glass and the hood. After cleaning under the windshield, he hoses down the entire body of the car to remove dirt and moss. David uses a crane to lift the engine out, then hoses down and cleans the engine bay with a cleaning solution. Layers of grease and dirt, which have clung on for years, are washed away, revealing each mechanical detail. Next, David cleans the trunk, removing old parts that have been forgotten for a long time. With each item cleared, the trunk space becomes cleaner and more spacious. He removes the accumulated trash and leaves from the driver's compartment and quickly dismantles the front seats for easier cleaning. David sprays cleaning solution and uses a soft cloth to wipe down all the details inside the trunk. Then, David begins disconnecting the cables connected to the engine bay components. He carefully removes each wire, ensuring not to damage any part, in preparation for the next step of cutting away the heavily rusted frame on the car's roof. David continues by removing the exhaust gas recirculation valve and brake booster from the engine bay. This not only gives him more working space, but also makes it easier to weld the new frame. He has ordered the front frame, measured it carefully, cut new metal bars to the required sizes, and starts welding. Each sturdy weld bonds the metal bars to the new car frame, restoring the roof's solid structure. David then sprays anti-rust solution over the entire new car frame. He continues by removing the entire front suspension system of the car. With specialized tools, David carefully removes each part, such as the shock absorbers, springs, and suspension links. David is busy removing the front suspension system when he receives a notification that the new engine he has ordered has arrived. David carefully opens the box, checking each detail to ensure everything is perfect. David returns to work, meticulously dismantling the dashboard, armrests, and gearshift. These parts have worn out and need repair or replacement to ensure the car's interior will be fresh and comfortable. David uses a spray gun to apply a primer coat to the Honda Civic's engine bay. This step is crucial to protect the frame from corrosion and rust, while also creating a smooth surface for the color paint. After the primer coat dries, David proceeds to spray the red color on the engine bay. David carefully sprays the red paint on the engine bay, starting from large areas and then moving to narrow corners and small details. David continues his work by installing the steering system into the newly painted engine bay. He carefully checks and repairs the wiring harness, using tools like pliers and electrical tape to connect and protect the wire ends, ensuring there are no damaged or poorly connected spots. Then, David arranges wires in the car's interior and dashboard. He reinstalls the electrical wires and electronic devices, ensuring they all work well and are correctly connected. Reworking the electrical system is a crucial part of the restoration, as it ensures all the car's functions will operate normally and safely. He removes the car windows, windshield, and rear bumper. He unscrews each bolt and nut, carefully removing each detail. David also removes the car doors. He opens each door, dismantles the hinges and connections, then removes the entire door from the car. David continues restoring the Honda Civic by patching the car's holes. First, he carefully measures the size and shape of each hole, then cuts metal pieces to the measured sizes, ensuring they fit perfectly into the holes when welded. After patching the holes, David moves on to painting the car's exterior parts. First, he uses sandpaper to smooth the metal surface, removing rust, dirt, and other imperfections. David prepares the paint and starts spraying the first coat of pink. He sprays evenly, ensuring the paint covers smoothly and fully. After the pink coat dries completely, David continues with a red coat on top. He carefully sprays the bright red paint, ensuring no drips or uneven spots. The two-coat painting process not only protects the metal surface from environmental effects, but also gives the Honda Civic a fresh and captivating look. After the paint dries, David moves on to reassembling the crucial parts of the Honda Civic. David begins by installing the dashboard. He carefully places the dashboard in position, reconnecting the wires and electronic devices. Next, David installs the gear shift. The gear shift is placed in position, with cables and connections adjusted and checked to ensure proper operation. Then, David moves on to installing the front suspension system. The new suspension system is ready, and he carefully positions each part, from shock absorbers to springs and suspension links. Finally, David installs the new engine. He carefully positions the engine in the engine bay, connecting the pipes, wires, and related parts. Next, David begins installing other exterior parts. He carefully installs the door handles, ensuring they operate smoothly and securely. The windows are also reinstalled using pads and secure connections. David continues by installing the front shield and rear windshield. He carefully positions the front shield, ensuring bolts and screws are tightened correctly. The rear windshield is also installed carefully, ensuring it is securely fitted without any gaps. The rear bumper is reinstalled after being thoroughly painted. David ensures the rear bumper is securely attached, providing the necessary protection for the car's rear. He also replaces the tail lights, ensuring the electrical connections are working well and the tail lights shine brightly, enhancing safety when driving. Next, David installs the spoiler, an important detail not only for aesthetics, but also to improve the car's aerodynamics. The rearview mirrors are adjusted to ensure the best visibility for the driver, while the running boards are securely attached, making it easier to get in and out of the car. David begins spraying a primer coat to protect the engine hood from corrosion. When the primer coat dries, David continues with the color coat. He chooses a color that matches the overall look of the car and carefully sprays the color coat on the engine hood. David is nearing the final steps in restoring the Honda Civic. David reupholsters the floor mats, using glue and necessary accessories to ensure the mats are securely attached and don't shift. Next, he installs the armrests in the right position and reinstalls the newly painted engine hood. Then he installs the control unit. This important part controls the car's functions. After that, David reinstalls the two front seats in the cockpit. He adjusts and securely attaches the seats, ensuring they are firmly fixed and comfortable for the driver and passengers. Next, he installs the front bumper and headlights and replaces the old tires with new ones. The new tires not only improve driving performance, but also enhance the car's aesthetics. With the final steps completed, the Honda Civic is now ready to hit the road. David feels proud of what he has accomplished, knowing that this car will be a special gift for his beloved wife on their special anniversary. The car is not just a means of transportation, but a symbol of love, patience, and the hard work David has put into the restoration process.